Welcome back. You know, we're always checking out AIAgentStore.ai for the latest tools shaking things up.
Absolutely. It's a great resource.
And today, we've got one that really caught our eye, especially if you're involved in software development or automation. It's called Kiro AI IDE.
Ah, yes, the one from AWS.
That's the one. It's billed as an Agentic AI IDE. So the idea is it helps streamline, the whole coding process, right from the initial thought to the actual deployed thing.
Goes beyond just code completion.
Exactly. So let's maybe unpack that. What is Kiro AI IDE, and why is it like a programming assistant?
Well, the core function really is taking your prompts, could be typed, could be spoken ideas, and turning them into structured outputs.
Like specifications, designs.
Precisely. Specs, designs, even breaking them down into actionable tasks,
Yeah.
sort of like structuring your initial brainstorming.
Okay, interesting.
And what's really fascinating, I think, is its autonomy level. It's rated quite high, around 84%.
84%. Wow. How does that work in practice?
It uses what they call an agentic reasoning loop. So basically, it plans what needs doing, acts on that plan, maybe generating code or docs, and then it evaluates how it did.
Like a cycle.
Exactly, a constant cycle. This lets it generate code, sure, but also documentation, architecture designs, all starting from just natural language.
So it's not just passively waiting for commands.
Not entirely. It has an autopilot mode where it can work through tasks more independently, but you also get a supervised mode if you want more granular control, step by step. Offers flexibility, you see.
Right. That balance is key. Okay, so here's where it gets really interesting for me. The practical uses. How does this actually help a developer day to day?
Well, imagine you get a feature request. Just plain English, add user profiles.
Okay.
Kiro can take that and potentially generate the initial technical spec, maybe outline the key tasks needed to implement it. That saves a lot of upfront translation work.
Yeah, that initial translation can take time. What about other things? Automation.
Yes, it mentions using agent hooks to automate documentation and testing. The idea seems to be integrating these tasks intelligently so they stay consistent with the code as it evolves.
Keeping docs and code in sync is always a challenge.
Definitely. And it also talks about collaboration features like multimodal chat. Teams can discuss diagrams, edit code directly together within the environment, less context switching.
Okay, that sounds useful. So who is this really built for?
Good question. It seems pretty broad, but they specifically mention software developers, naturally. Also AI engineers, particularly those building agentic systems themselves.
Makes sense.
And DevOps engineers for automating pipelines, educators teaching modern dev practices, and automation engineers building complex workflows in general.
So quite a range. Basically anyone whose role involves translating ideas into structured technical work.
Pretty much. The aim seems to be taking some of the repetitive structuring and documentation load off.
And what's the word from people actually using it? Any community feedback?
Yeah, the feedback mentioned seems quite positive. People seem to like how it automates creating those requirements and design docs.
Not just creates them, but provides structure.
Exactly. It enforces structure and maybe even best practices from the get-go. Plus, that agentic workflow keeping documentation and code aligned seems to be a big plus. Addresses a real pain point.
Okay, so wrapping this up, what does Kiro AI IDE really mean for you, the listener, in your development process?
Well, I think it represents a pretty significant potential shift. It's about accelerating that workflow, definitely.
And ensuring consistency, maybe?
Yes, consistency across projects.
Yeah.
And fundamentally, it's about freeing up your time from some of the more boilerplate aspects of development.
Right, letting you focus on the harder problems.
Exactly. And looking bigger picture, tools like Kiro, these highly autonomous AI agents, they're really starting to change how we tackle complex processes. They're becoming less like simple tools and more like partners. They augment our ability to innovate by handling the routine, freeing up cognitive space for the creative stuff. It's about enhancing ingenuity.
That's a great way to put it, enhancing ingenuity. Well, if this sounds interesting, we definitely encourage you to check out Kiro AI IDE.
And other agents too.
Yeah, you can find them and explore more over at AIAgentStore.ai.
Worth a look.
Definitely. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks so much for tuning in.
And we appreciate you rating the show. Helps others find it.